Welcome back, everybody, to Yo
Dog.
Talk Sports. We are back. It has been a few weeks since the first episode when I first moved into this lovely domicile. We do have the other co-founder,
What's up,
Mr. Gold,
guys?
is here because we live only 500 feet away from each other now, so I could pull him over to do the show with us again.
No excuses. No excuses now.
Yes, indeed. So we got a lot to talk about. We're going to get into Yankees baseball as spring training is fully underway. We're going to talk some football and basketball and hockey. They're still rolling right now. The playoffs will start for them in about a month and a half, 2 months, and then we could really start getting in there. I know the Rangers are fighting for a wild card spot right now. The Knicks are looking solid in the East, trying to get the
Basketball's dead.
yeah, basketball's well, because you're a Mavs fan, so you haven't had any fun.
Now I'm just a Luka Doncic fan.
It's understandable. It's understandable. So yeah, we could just kind of get right into it. Lots of major Yankee news, but instead of me starting off the Yankee monologue, it's only fair and fitting that Mr. Gold starts off the Yankee monologue here as Pete gets ready for the shellacking of the two co-founders are about to give this team.
It's fine. It's all positivity on my end. So
There's no positivity in this room.
No,
No,
not
not at
on
all.
this one.
The Yankees, they suck. Okay. We signed a Jewish pitcher.
Oh,
Great. Greatest signing we did. We lost out on everybody else. We did nothing in the offseason that I can approve of. Aaron Judge, fake captain. No balls. Yeah, I said it. Giancarlo Stanton, made of glass bones and paper skin, garbage. Spencer Jones, we're never going to see that guy till he's 33. Might as well trade him for a bag of potato chips. At least I'd get some use
oh
out
my
of that.
God, that's so funny.
Anthony Volpe, I like him. We got one good thing there I can approve of. They actually called him up when they should have. We still don't have a third baseman. DJ LeMahieu is actually improving his WAR statistic. He is better injured than he is healthy playing on the field. And yeah, you want to take over and say anything?
Oh, good
What
Lord.
did I miss?
Well,
Garrett Cole, he sucks. He's got like a 10.0 ERA right now in spring training. He's in mid
my God.
ready. Marcus Stroman, he's going to be the ace by May.
that's terrible.
The guy didn't want to show up to spring training because we were going to put him in the bullpen. All of a sudden, we got Luis Gil. He's out for 3 months. Garrett Cole sucks. You never know what you're going to get with Rodon. We got Freed. I like that. But Marcus Stroman,
Oh,
yeah, look
that's
at
our
that.
guy right there.
He's climbing the ranks in the rotation right now. That's a bona fide starter. Terrible.
Well, they did change the facial policy though.
Oh, now we got people with beard. Let's we have a tradition of winning, which we haven't done. So we might as well get rid of the tradition of facial hair because you're not doing any traditions right now. They suck. Jason Dominguez can't play left field. Did you watch him? He dropped the ball.
Yeah,
The fly ball right over his
he's
head.
terrible.
He's horrible. Two straight innings. He is terrible in the field. Horrible.
Yeah.
The dude has to hit 60 home runs to make up for all of his errors.
Or he just needs to be a permanent DH.
We have an open spot. Giancarlo Stanton ain't going to play all year.
So there's a couple bright spots, right? Mr. Lombard Jr., 19-year-old kid playing very well. We won't see him until he's 34.
See?
But yes, Giancarlo Stanton is dealing with some elbow issues. He will return to the team in a couple of weeks. Had some PRP. Surgery is on the table right now. We're hoping that he doesn't have surgery. Gil has a strained upper lat, which will sideline him for 3 months at minimum. Um, Garrett Cole did not have a good start in spring training. It's Max Fried has looked sharp. We have to get a positive in there. Max Fried has looked very sharp. Cody Bellinger looks solid. Goldie looks solid. We just don't have a third baseman. And now we don't have a DH. And this
And
was
you don't have a good left fielder.
and we don't have a good left fielder. So that's 3, 4 holes on this team.
Pray the ball doesn't get hit to the left side because you don't have a third baseman, you don't have a left fielder.
Yeah, so
Good Lord, just hit the ball that way.
yeah, just hit the ball to the left
That's
side.
how you beat the Yankees every time.
So it's very mixed bag, if we're being completely honest and not just completely shitting on everything that they do, which I love to do because it's easy. If they were in the National League, they would be an 85 win team. But since they're in the American League, they'll win 95 games and probably like coast to the ALCS because there's nothing in the American League right now. But
I mean, our division rival, the Rays, are playing in a minor league stadium, basically. They're playing in our
they're
stadium.
playing in our stadium.
What a joke.
But all right, we'll let Mr. Positive Man. We need the positivity. Oh, Raymond, here he is. Good. He missed it. It's okay. That's all right. He'll agree with us. That's all right. We have to let Pete go. We have to let Pete go next.
Well, after that, Raymond, welcome. Welcome, good sir.
He missed me and Jason's Yankee rant, but that's okay. He'll hear it later.
I'm glad I missed it.
So you don't need to listen to it. So that negativity that was just spewed.
Because it's probably two spoiled young kids that doesn't even know the lengths of Yankee organization and pain and suffering that we've been through long before they were even a thought.
They don't know
Here,
the
you guys
word
saw
endure,
championships. We
Raymond.
didn't see anything.
Ooh,
They don't know what it means to endure.
exactly.
Or we haven't
First
seen a
things
win.
first.
We haven't seen anything.
Raiders fan.
Yeah. First things first, though. So we're talking about getting rid of the facial hair, as you can see. Tradition right here. We keep it clean.
No
in these
tradition.
parts. We keep it clean in these parts. Do not call out Aaron Judge, our captain, my captain, Ray's captain.
Soft.
You're soft.
Soft.
Aaron, you're not going to call him soft when he's hitting 55 home runs and hitting 140 RBIs.
It has
He's
nothing.
a great player.
He has nothing to do with his talent on the field.
Listen, he can do whatever he wants.
You're a walking.
He can call up Ray right now and have him play DH, and I would be okay with that because
I'm batting about
Aaron
105. So
now, I mean, we went into this going, we made some moves in the offseason, and 2 months ago, we were on the consensus of, wow, this is the best. This team's better than last year's. Did we not say that?
I didn't.
Well, you haven't been here in 6 months, so
I do. To answer Pete's question, on paper, yes, they are a better team.
All right, that's all I need.
Last year,
Raymond, you said it too. Dan said it too. So, were there some holes still on this team? Yes. And we think we shouted it out from the rooftop. Third base, glaring hole. DJ LeMahieu, I love him. Can't stay healthy. I guess we'll see what Oswaldo Cabrera does at the hot corner.
I mean, but also let's discuss like why is there a glaring hole at third base, right? Obviously, there's but you're outdone in free agency. Listen, this isn't the free agency of the past where the Yankees could buy anything they wanted because they were the fucking Yankees, right? That generation passed 10 years ago, 15 years ago. It
died when George died.
It died when George died, to be honest, and we had a few good years after that. But we're in a world now where the Dodgers rule baseball, the Astros cheated their way into a dynasty, And the Yankees aren't on the top five, top three list of places that players want to go. And that's partly the organization, partly because other teams have now rose to glory and have cheated their way to the top. But that's just life. The Yankees are going to go all in on Kyle Tucker next year. Every fucking beat writer in the world has said that and has committed that Kyle Tucker is going to be a Yankee next year. Whether
It's
it
not going to
happens,
help that third base, though.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Hold on. I'm spinning up
All
here. So whether it happens or not, it is just a matter of whether this organization is committed to winning, which I know, Zach, before you even say it, they're not committed to winning. Um,
They're
but
not.
but but let's see what else happened, right? Every trade they tried to get just didn't pan out. The stars didn't align, the money wasn't right, right? They went they did everything we asked them to do except for third base, right? They did everything we wanted them to do. They got better pitching. They got better defensively. This team right now statistically is better fitted to make a run than we were 365 days ago. So
I
you
agree.
can't sit here and say, "Oh, I'm so spoiled and I want to cry because third base isn't filled." That just doesn't always happen. You can't get every free agent. It's just simply impossible.
Of course you
There's
can. Dodgers
still
do.
there's still options out there. So as it sits right now, yeah, let's play DJ. Let's play Oswaldo. When DJ comes back, you cannot deny if he gets on a run and he looks remotely close to what he's looked in the past 4 years, and he has a batting run, then everybody's going to be praising him, and that's our great third baseman, right? We have Goldie, who's ancient on first base, and everybody's fine with that. What's the difference, statistically speaking? What's the difference between Goldie at first and DJ at third? There's not much. Obviously, Goldie's the better first baseman. He's a Gold Glover. He's going to be an
Didn't
MVP.
Goldie win the MVP 2 years ago at 36?
36.
Yeah, I think there's a big difference between Goldie and DJ
All
LeMahieu.
right, but DJ LeMahieu arguably was in the COVID year, and the year before that, he was top three in MVP for the AL. So
5 years ago.
I know, but that was 5 years ago.
But no, but still, you see what I'm saying, right? They're players that have the ability. Just because in the last 2 years DJ hasn't performed to his
he
standing,
hasn't been healthy in the last 3 years.
I think his body's breaking down
it
too.
is they're old. Listen, as a
Kobe Ellsbury was a great player too, and then he got hurt and he couldn't play no more.
Colby Ellsbury was fucking trash. His name shouldn't even be
I put
uttered
LeMahieu in the same category with
of
him.
Yankee. Of this, the discussion of Yankee like fiefdom. Jacoby Ellsbury's name should be shut.
No, do not put. All right, do not put Jacoby Ellsbury and DJ LeMahieu in the same fucking category.
They don't belong in the same stratosphere. All I'm saying is we sit right now, let it pan out. We have more than one option at third base. I'm not mad at it. It is what it is. We started out, we see what we got, and let's move on. We
Honestly,
have half a season until the trade deadline comes, and if we're in a run, maybe we make a move. But until
Oh,
then,
let's talk about trade deadlines. I'd love that.
yeah. Well, when we get Stanton back from the IL, that's like making a huge trade at the deadline.
Oh my God, Pete took the words right out of my mouth.
I'm okay
Oh,
with
Cashman.
I'm,
No, but honestly, the one
ready
thing
to
that
get
I
surgery,
will
right?
say that we don't do is we have the young talent. We should push them.
Yes.
Spencer Jones should be in the lineup every single day at left field because Dominguez, he scares the shit out of me defensively. Either that or put Dominguez in center field. Maybe he's more comfortable in center field. I don't know, but he can't play left field for whatever reason it is. It's just not working out.
I'm sure Bellinger could play left field.
That's fine.
Would you?
I'd be fine with a swap of
I would feel more confident too.
if
Bellinger
Dominguez
said play
can
me.
play center field because Dominguez played center field all throughout the minors.
Yeah,
So
This is not a position. So when we call him up, hey, can you play left field, by the way?
So either that or that would be option one, flip him and Belly, or option two, Spencer Jones goes to left
Spencer should be up there.
and DH Dominguez.
It is complete bullshit that he's in AAA. I can't stand that.
And the way Lombard Jr.'s been playing,
He should start too.
throw him at third base.
Yeah, let him start at third base. I don't care that he's 19. He's mashing the shit out of the ball right now.
Just I'm all for that. I'm
Listen,
all for that.
if they did
But
that, they did that, you have me.
This room would be
You'd have me.
positive.
It'd be all you'd have me. You'd have me right back.
No, we wouldn't.
but
No, we wouldn't.
what this team is built on is the bullpen.
Yes.
And it's been like that
And the bullpen is quite strong with Devin
for
Williams.
for the past 3-4 years. That's always been the Yankees' biggest strength is somehow no name guys turn into studs like
Weaver.
Tim Hill. Who was that guy? And dog for us down the stretch. Luke Weaver rose to the stratosphere. I say a nice little prayer every single night before I go to bed that Luke Weaver maintains that same dog energy, and him and Devin Williams are just killers.
I love Devin Williams. That is my favorite move by them this year.
Hopefully Loiza's arm, I know it's held together by bubble gum and duct tape. Hopefully that holds up.
Oof.
But
I hate that move.
also, oh my God, the other pitcher, Stroman, still they send him to the moon, regardless, because Warren should be the fifth guy.
Probably.
He's pitching lights out right now too. So
now there's a need for Stroman since Gill's going to be out half the year. Gotta love the training staff.
Yeah, if there's anything we can all agree on is that the Yankee
training staff is the worst in North American sports.
That's like the one thing we always agree on.
They need to be marched out into like Wall Street and just hung like the old days.
That's terrible.
Right out on Harlem River Drive and just stoned to death.
Like go be brave and go walk on 161st Street saying I'm a Yankees trainer. I'm a
oh my God. Shame.
They wouldn't make it to stands.
No, I don't think they'd last.
No.
And if they
Would
did,
not make it to stand. It would get to the McDonald's at the corner.
Be over. Be a wrap.
Over. The guy that sells the nuts, I'd buy a big bag of those honey roasted street nuts and just bam.
Look like a Zack Snyder fucking DC film out there. It'd be just wasteland.
Oh my God. Well, listen, I want to believe, like I do want to believe.
Then believe.
Yeah.
You can't. You're stopping yourself from believing.
Well, because I just know I'm going to get hurt again. Because
and I know.
Welcome to being a New York sports fan, my son.
I know Stanton is.
I'm a fellow.
Let's not.
I know what pain is.
Let's not lose sight of what playoff Stanton did.
Oh no, absolutely.
So
you know what? He's 36.
If him taking off, if he missed the whole first half of the season, if it meant that he was going to be there for the tail end and us, because we're all saying that it's a cakewalk to the playoffs, if he's healthy for the playoffs and we're there, it was all worth it.
Okay, fine. You could sell me on that.
Now, Garrett Cole, it's spring training, loosening up. Let's give the man a second.
Max Fried should be the ace.
I'm all here for Max Fried. We maybe overpaid
in our race,
but
make him the
I think Stroman has, or not Stroman, I'm sorry, Rodon has figured out how to play in New York. I think it took him that first half of the year, his first year there, had the whatever was going on with his back, but he's figured it out. I'm not so worried about Rodon. I know Schmitty I think he was banged up too. But Schmitty pitches pretty well too. So I don't know.
I do like Clark Schmidt.
I think the keys to our season offensively, we know Judge is going to judge. Um, I I'm curious to see a full season with Jazz Chisholm, especially he's playing at second base. He's more comfortable. Um, Wells, I think a full season of Wells and none of that lefty lefty. We got to sit him. A full season of you send Wells out there and see what he does. And Volpe. Volpe, we've given him a pass because he's the young buck and chicken parmesan, and he's just a nice clean cut kid. He needs to be more consistent. I think if he can put up a consistent year, we'll be in good shape.
I think the big X factors for the Yankees is Dominguez and Bellinger offensively. If Bellinger's lefty power bat comes alive for that short porch, I think the Yankees will be very, very solid on the offensive side. And if Dominguez can not mess up left field and just mash home runs, then the offense can be really, really good. There's no really denying that part. Um, it's just like I said when Ray before Ray popped in, the American League is very, very weak. It actually got weaker this offseason too. It's pretty much the Yankees to lose. So I definitely could see a scenario where they can go back to the World Series, especially if everyone's healthy, everyone's doing their job. I just don't know what it looks like, when you run into a Dodger team or the Padres or maybe the Phillies or the Mets, you don't know. So, I mean, the National League is so much more competitive. It's
We all know it's the Dodgers world, and we're just watching
Yeah,
them.
like that's the other thing too. Like this is the Dodgers world and we're just living in it. I very well could see, Dodgers Yankees rematch next year. That's probably the most likely scenario anyway. And it probably might go the same exact way. You never know. So I want to be hooked in. It's just I don't know. Like when you get thrown terrible news, all like it's like Groundhog Day with this team. It's like, oh, here comes the big injury. Oh, here
So
comes
it
another
should
one.
surprise you. It should not surprise you.
I know.
You
That's why
should
I'm not
be
surprised.
you should be toughened. You should be leather skinned to this. You should just
And I would be completely fine if they did the right thing and have Spencer Jones be the opening day left fielder while
well,
Stanton's
There's
hurt.
got to be, and listen,
do yourself a favor and write your congressman a letter and send that shit in.
they're too
Because
busy protesting on the Capitol, so good luck.
right here, you see it right here? Jeter for GM.
Yes, I agree.
There's
Sign
got
me.
to be there's got to be a reason. I don't know why. I'm begging for some sort of like Epstein file release of why Spencer Jones hasn't come up yet because I can't figure out why. But
I
there
can't.
has to be some answer to this because I just don't. I've been hearing this name for 3, 4 years. Like how long?
Three
I don't
years.
even know. 3 years, right? And it's just like people talk about like I had guys go to spring training in the firehouse. They came back and they said this kid is a mutant and he's just blasting them out of Steinbrenner Field.
He's fixed his swing too. Like this year,
So
his
then what?
swing is even more.
So let's logically think about it. What good positive reasons is there that he's not in the lineup? Is it because of Dominguez? Is it because that they have the field played out? Like, why are you not batting for Giancarlo as DH? Who's our opening day DH?
Dom Smith.
Dom Smith. And you know what? Why aren't we Jesus. The guy that came from JD David or JD Martinez. Why don't we fucking pick him up?
We're out of loop. Didn't you know?
Oh, I'm sorry. Forgot we're poor.
Yeah, listen, I told you we're poor. We're a poor team.
Yeah, I stopped
I'll
giving
be
them money.
franchise.
They don't have my money to pay for anybody now.
I
Yeah,
think
I
the
didn't
reason
make a penny.
why Spencer Jones is not in the major leagues to start the year, I heard that he turned down Susan Waldman on a date. So,
Oh, good Lord.
she did her hair up and, hey Spencer, would you like to go out with me opening day? He was like, fuck
Does,
this.
does Cashman just like they don't know how to handle these prospects, bro? Like they treat them like gold. They're like untouchable, and like we can't move them. And then when it's time to play them, we don't play them.
That's all right. That's the biggest thing that drives me
It
crazy.
drives me insane.
Because either you when they're up and you can trade them for all the good stuff. No, 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 ours. But then when it's time to bring them up, no, 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 can't come up here either. That make it make sense.
Like he's 23. What else do you want him to do down there?
They want their Somerset Patriots ticket sales to skyrocket.
He's not in Double A anymore. He's going to Triple A.
Well, then what's their triple A?
Scranton.
The Scranton, the
Scranton Rail Riders.
Good Lord.
they
Go
need
to
to their
championship.
attention.
Yeah, I listen. I don't
I
know.
might catch a Somerset Patriots game this year. They're up and up.
Listen, all these farm prospects, they're probably there.
All these great prospects. They probably win Double A and Triple A championships, but they can't win a championship up here.
I don't think they've done that either.
All right. What are you what are the odds that the Yankees trade for Ray's boy? Who is that? Tucker, you said?
Al Tucker.
They're not trading.
It won't get done.
They don't have to trade for him. They're going to just sign him.
No, they're going to get outbid by the Mets for him next year.
Or Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
They're going to get outbid for the Mets for him next year.
Zero. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. does not want to be a Yankee. He'll never stop.
If the money's there.
If the money's there.
They also said Giambi would never be a Yankee, and
that is equivalent. Like Guerrero being a Yankee is the equivalent to Giambi being a Yankee.
Guess what? Giambi was a Yankee.
He was
an MVP for the Yankees,
and that's what I'm saying. Like if he does come, it'll be. I for one will be shocked, and
I'd be too.
I will do a public retraction on here. But I'm sitting here saying right now,
they have a better chance of getting Merikawi.
The only reason I'd be shocked if we don't, if we get Guerrero is we'd have to pay him. We'd have to be the highest bidding team, and we're never going to do that. We're not going to outbid everybody for him.
No, that's not how they operate anymore.
Because
so do you think
offer an extra $5 million and he's going to go to the Mets?
You think Cashman knew? I think we already know this answer, and we've probably said it already.
Hold on. Pete, before you go on, hold on. Because I have a retort to that. You say he's going to go to the Mets, but now you see all this boulder dash about. I'm trying to use more eloquent words instead of curse words. So
I like
it. We see this boulder dash about Juan Soto missing the Yankees. I think everybody realized that the Mets are not the bee's knees and not as fun and it's not what you want to be. If you're in New York, you want to be a Yankee. So yeah, they can. Mr. Stern can throw all this money at you. Cool, great. Do it all you want. If you want to win championships, because listen, the Mets are never going to win a championship as long as the Dodgers exist right now. The Mets are never going to win. So if you want to win a championship, your odds are most likely in the AL. And in my opinion, the road to the championship lies in the AL East.
Yeah, I agree. But some of these players I don't think care about rings. I don't think Soto cares. He wanted the money. I think Guerrero's the same way. He cares about the money. Whoever pays him the most gets Guerrero.
He's been a Canadian for the last how many years? He's got
money.
Yeah, now he wants that U.S. currency.
He's got loonies. He doesn't even have dollars and cents.
At least
he's got the Canadian loony.
Tell you some things about loonies and toonies. So,
but do you think Cashman offered that contract to Soto, but already knew in his head that Soto wasn't going to take that contract, and that's why he offered it?
That's tough because
he saved face.
Well, I mean, Soto was going to sign until the Mets upped their offer, like so,
which we knew was going to happen.
Which, yeah, I mean, I guess that's true.
Cohen was not going to be outbid.
like the Mets, I feel, yeah, is it probably an overpay? Yeah, it probably is an overpay, but it's the
When's
best.
his opt out? He has an opt out too.
Yeah, he hasn't opted out in 4 or 5 years, but like the Mets, I feel like had to do that. Like kind of when the Nets signed KD and Kyrie, like they had to do it. Like they had to put their stamp of being a legitimate contending franchise in the market, like
They
trying
had to
not
plant their
to.
flag. This
Yeah, they had
is
to plant their flag.
How
Exactly.
that
So
goes.
this is the Mets version of planting our flag. Well, I mean, the Nets have made the playoffs 7 years out of the 10 that they've been in Brooklyn. I don't know how many times the Mets have made the
Where's your
playoffs.
ring?
So out of the ETS teams, the Nets have been the most successful. So because it ain't the Jets.
That's
And it ain't the Mets.
I
So
don't
I mean, I think Soto was going to take the highest bid. I think all the stories of, oh, the Mets are more family friendly and
it was the money.
um,
that's
it's
we all
all
knew it was about
like if the Pittsburgh Pirates offered him 800 million, he was going to the Pittsburgh Pirates.
It's
Like,
pish posh.
yeah, it's not.
hey, Soto and Paul Skeens.
Might be interesting. I can't wait for Paul Skeens to be a Met in 5 years.
I can't wait for him to be a Yankee in 12 years. Washed up and done.
Oh yeah, it's like when we signed Corey Kluber post
Hey,
like
pitched a no hitter. No hitter, Corey Kluber.
That's true. That's true.
That was a beautiful thing to watch.
Yeah,
I
he had
want
a good
Kershaw.
year.
I want Kershaw.
Just like the
Kershaw's
other
a free agent,
pitched a
right?
perfect game.
Yeah, what's more
Spain,
impressive,
Spain.
Corey Kluber or Domingo Herman?
Okay.
Yeah, the the rise and fall of Domingo Herman needs to be studied
That's crazy. But
through a perfect game and then had to be tackled a week
oh goodness.
Respect that.
later.
Put some
Um,
respect on his name.
Domingo Herman? Domingo Herman respect? No,
Yeah.
I respect the perfect game. I
I
respect
respect the achievement.
It was against the A's. I could pitch a perfect game against the A's.
Yeah, give me 30 pitches.
I'll take that bet.
No, I'll take Mason Miller. That's what I'll take.
Listen, I'll take well, no, we have Devin Williams now. So
No, all right. You don't want Mason Miller to throw 106 miles an hour and then tear his UCL.
exactly. Because with our training
The
staff,
first
his
time he's
Best
muscles
gonna
blow out.
training
elbow, he's gonna
staff
end up with a
in
double
the
Tommy John.
world.
Yeah. With us, he'd blow out his elbow and then we never see him again.
Hey, Tommy John worked for the kid in Rookie of the Year.
They should, as soon as you sign with the Yankees, you should just go get Tommy John surgery. Like,
Just get hurt.
Preempted.
it's not even not even hurt. Like, all right, as soon as the ink is on the paper, just go get surgery. Just go get the surgery.
Yeah, or get it cleaned up, like a little scope it up, just clean it up.
I think as soon as you sign a Yankees contract, Aaron Boone is just like, oh,
Aaron
yeah,
Boone should give you ice cream.
his back is a little barky right now. He's a
Oh my
little.
Every time a Yankee signs a contract, they're allowed to grow their beard now, and they get an ice cream cone from the new ice cream machine that the Yankees brought in for the friends and area.
Boone comes out.
I hate
with a
this
tray
team.
of milk and cookies. Milk and cookies.
Milk and cookies, my favorite, brings in Nestor Cortez in the biggest moment in Yankee history up to that point. That's my favorite. So anyway, oh, by the way, he got extended. We love that.
Negativity in this podcast right now is off the charts and it's so contagious. Stop.
Okay, well,
All right, here we go. Yankees win 98 games and we go to the World Series again.
95 games, they go to the World Series, lose to the Dodgers.
94 games, go to the World Series, win against the Phillies.
82 games, lose everything, and I blow up the stadium.
Yeah, kick him out of your apartment. Get him out of here.
I love it. So who we think, because obviously I was telling Pete earlier, Ray, I don't want to go through like a whole preview of like all the other teams. I just feel like that'd be a massive waste of time. But we could kind of go through AL, NL MVP, AL, NL, Cy
I
Young. Obviously, I don't know who would win a Rookie of the Year because, a Rookie of the Year could be someone that gets called up in May.
It won't be Spencer Jones, I can tell you that.
Jason Dominguez, Rookie of the Year.
I mean, probably since he's starting day one, but even then, I don't even know.
Hey, fix your face. What are you shitting?
I wish I was because gross.
Well, I think for AL MVP, I know Judge just won it again. I mean, the AL is just there's not a whole lot of talent in the AL right now. I mean, I think Judge might get it by default because there's just not a whole lot of talent that could really rival what he can do. So I'll probably give AL MVP to him. In terms of AL Cy Young, that's a little bit tough. I know Tariq Skubal just won it. Uh, I'm thinking maybe Logan Gilbert, sleeper for it down in Seattle. Seattle's got a really good pitching staff.
Like that.
NL MVP, if Acuna is healthy, I like him. NL Cy Young, Corbin Burns in Arizona. How about that?
Hmm.
Someone say something.
You know who
I'm
I like for NL MVP? I like Bryce Harper.
Okay.
I really like Bryce Harper this year. I think,
He was hurt a lot last year.
yeah, he's going to be healthy now. A full healthy year from Harper. I think, I think they're World Series contenders.
I think the Phillies are too. Yeah. And if the Braves are healthy, they are too.
Yeah.
Um,
In my opinion, the Phillies are the only team right now that I think can compete with the Dodgers head to head for the, World Series right there to go to the World Series.
yeah, I mean, I guess you could always you can't count out Shohei Ohtani for being an MVP too. So,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah,
like
he just by default win it every year.
sure, why not?
All right, works for me. Who now?
well,
Judge.
I'm gonna go AL MVP Bobby Witt Jr.
Hmm. I like that.
Yeah, I like
Take
that a lot.
take an extra step.
Yeah, and then NL I'm gonna stay. I love Bryce Harper, so I'm gonna go Bryce.
Should be Yankee.
You're damn right.
Sure.
Coming from the two that just eviscerated the Yankees for the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, because they didn't sign
They
Bryce
didn't.
Harper.
Yeah, I mean, Bryce Harper should have been a Yankee. Yeah, thank you, Brian Cashman, for making the worst mistake of our lives.
Ball genius. He's cash god, don't you know?
We don't need him.
Yeah,
I
we
will
don't need
never
him.
forget that quote. I will never forget or forgive that quote.
Good.
We don't need him. All right. So, who won MVP for the AL? Not last year, the year before that. Just curious.
Mm, Judge didn't win it 2 years in a row? No, he
No.
didn't. He didn't win it 2 years ago.
No, Ohtani won it with the
Oh, he
Angels.
did. Yeah, Ohtani
Yeah.
won it.
Okay.
Yeah, because
So
Judge, Ohtani, then Judge again.
I am gonna go. I gotta go Aaron Judge back to back.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Let's go Aaron Judge back to back. Cy Young in the AL. As much as I would love to say Max Fried or Garrett Cole, I'm gonna go Cole Reagans out of Kansas City.
I love
Ooh,
Cole
I like
Reagans.
I like that. I'm a fan of that.
National League will flip it. Um, Zach, I like the Corbin Burns bounce back pick. That was nice. Um,
You should go Shohei Ohtani, Cy Young.
no. I
How
hope
about
he
how
blows
about
this.
Roki Sasaki?
No, it's gonna be. I'm gonna go Dodgers. Tyler Glasnow,
Yeah, healthy glass now is pretty gross.
and for MVP, I'm gonna go. I'm almost like you almost gotta pick a Dodger.
Yeah.
You can go Freddie Freeman, and I'd say that's fair.
You want to? You don't
no,
want to
I
say
don't.
Boone?
I
Don't do it.
hate him with
You shouldn't
all of
hate
my
him.
being. Him and that stupid, toothy, goofy smile.
You shouldn't hate him. You should hate Boone for having Nestor pitch to him.
I hate him too.
Well, here, let's make this easier, right? So scrolling through the a couple sites, AL the consensus top five for the right now for the best odds to win MVP in the AL
Got to
is
be Judge,
Witt,
Witt,
Alvarez,
Henderson.
Gunnar Henderson.
Ramirez.
It changes between Ramirez, Vlad, Corey Seager's in a lot of them. Ramirez, Corey Seager. So those are your five, six, right? The NL is Shohei, Juan Soto, Tatis, Mookie Betts, Bryce Harper, and then
Ooh, let's go. Let's
Ellie
go
Dela
bounce
Cruz
back
and a
year for
couple.
Fernando Tatis Jr.
Yeah.
I'd
Your
like it.
top five for your AL Cy Young is Skubal, Crochet, Reagans, DeGrom, and Cole. Logan Gilbert's in a couple. Framber Valdez is in one. Max Fried's in one. Those are your Cy Youngs for the AL. Your NL is Skeens, Wheeler, Sale, Snell,
Oh,
Corbin.
Paul Skeens. Never mind.
Yeah, those. The NL doesn't change at all. And Paul Skeens is a monster favorite.
Yeah.
Dude's lights out.
Yeah. Skeens is a freak.
And Pete, to my surprise, Jason Dominguez has the best odds to win the AL Rookie of the Year.
It's given.
I think
Dude,
because he's starting from day one. Yeah.
starting from day one, if he should hit at least 25 home runs.
If he doesn't hit 30, I'll be upset.
I mean, yeah, sure, he should.
Because of all this hype and untouchable prospect. He better hit 30 fucking home runs.
Yeah. So your consensus top five is going to be
Can't field for poo poo.
Campbell and Anthony from the Sox, Jackson Jobe and Kobe Mayo. Your
Okay.
NL rookies are Sasaki, Cruz, Matt Shaw, Bubba Chandler, Jordan Lawler.
Sure.
Yeah. I'll know them in MLB The Show when I'm mashing balls for LSU with metal bats.
Worst game ever.
It's actually the best sports game ever.
Have
It's
you
not
played
close.
NCAA?
Hmm?
Played NCAA?
NCAA is great. MLB The Show is consistently the best sports game.
You guys need to hop on PGA 2K25.
No.
They haven't transitioned to the golf life like we have.
Listen, I got some clubs. Don't you worry.
Yeah, I've seen you golf.
I know I ain't good.
You're not good.
I've only golfed once though. That's why I need practice.
That's fine.
But that Ray, that was very good that you grabbed those lists because I was vaguely, woefully unprepared for that. Ray with the save.
So was I.
Fernando Tatis Jr. is going to be a Yankee.
Yeah, when he's 33.
Okay. He could play left field.
Yeah, he can play left field right now. Does he play second base? Isn't he a midfielder?
He used to play shortstop.
I was about to say he used to play shortstop.
He could probably play third base.
That fixes everything.
Does fix everything, actually. But we can't trade Spencer Jones for him or Jason Dominguez because we got to hold our prospects.
Yeah, listen, can't trade Spencer Jones. He's too important for the AAA Scranton's championship title hopes.
Just think of all the people we could have traded Glaber for, and he's no longer on the team now.
Yep.
Glaber was the most coveted prospect I've
ever seen.
Every year, the Yankees got at least 100 phone calls on the availability of Glaber Torres.
What was the other one we had? Miguel Andujar.
Oh, yeah, Andujar and Clint Frazier.
You could have. Oh, my God.
Oh, my. People were.
Oh, yeah, Esteban
Florial, yeah.
Ruined. We ruined all of them.
And was it the short kid that was the pitcher, the Hispanic kid. He was like he rose up from like single to AAA in like a week because he was that good, and then we called him up.
Oh, what's his name? Oh,
Yeah, the name is escaping me
I
too.
see his face.
I know who you're talking about.
He's typing in like really short Yankee pitcher.
Yeah, well,
That would probably work. You can do it in the background. That's fine. Well, we can move on.
Clayton Andrews.
What was it?
Clayton Andrews.
No,
No, no.
he was Hispanic.
That's too wide of a name. Yeah.
Apparently, Marcus Stroman is very small too. He's only 5'7".
He's very short.
Yeah. Stroman is not large.
That's why he sucks.
Ronald Torreyes. No, not Ronald Torreyes.
Oh, I loved Ronald Torreyes. That was on the 2017 team. Legend.
First of all, there's some hilarious old Yankees. Snuffy Sternweiss.
What?
Yep.
He was definitely on the 1913 team.
1943 to 1950.
I was in the ballpark. By 30.
Davey Garcia.
Debbie Garcia, that's right.
Debbie.
He was
we ruined that guy.
He was a phenom for like a month.
Yeah, and then we ruined him too. See, this is what we do. We just ruin these prospects. That's why Jones needs to play.
Kid Elberfeld.
Kid Elberfeld. Oh, Lord.
Whitey Witt. Benny Bengo. Ping Bodie. Ping Bodie.
Ping Bodie. You know what? I'm going to ping Bodie our way out of Yankee talk here.
Frank Gilhooly.
Oh,
this is our worst podcast ever.
This needs to be a segment. We need to do a segment on old-timey Yankee names.
Old-timey Yankee names? That, I mean, we could probably do an hour and a half episode of that.
Slow Joe Doyle.
What year is that?
1906
1874.
What was it?
1906 to 1910.
Oh my God.
Slow Joe Doyle, right-handed pitcher, 5'8".
Oh my God.
His best season, he went 11-11.
Oh my God.
The 2.6 ERA.
Yo, I would stab somebody for a 2.6 ERA.
Hugh High.
Hugh High. Oh God. I am not high. I fucking should be.
Stubby Magner. These are real people.
Oh, I'm sure they're real people because it's from the 1930s.
Yes, this is amazing. Dick Hauser.
All right, I have to move on. Ray's going to go forever.
What, you don't want to hear about Stumpy McGraw?
No, I don't.
Slow Joe Doyle.
No, listen. We'll update the list as the episodes go on. It'll be a running gag. But yeah, we wanted to kind of cover the Yankees as a big portion of the show here for obvious reasons. Spring training is running rampant.
Opening day is coming up, baby.
Oh Lord,
Who else would be there?
So there's definitely been a lot of football news. Lots and lots of football news. The new league year starts the 12th. Legal tampering period starts the 10th. Lots of moves have already happened. We'll kind of go through our teams because it's hard to keep track of everything. But we'll let the resident Super Bowl champion, Jason Gold with his Eagles.
Go Birds.
We could have him break down all the Eagles news and signings that have happened so far.
Well, let's start with what we got back here. I don't know if y'all can see, but that's the highest paid running back in football history right there, Saquon Barkley. A great fucking move. Let me tell you, they gave him $40 million over 2 years. Everyone said Howie Roseman is just paying this guy. It's a waste of money. It freed up $7 million for us to now re-sign Zach Bond. There's another great signing. They said he's going to walk. Nope. He took a hometown discount to be a Philadelphia Eagle. He's staying. Myles Garrett, that's a future Eagle right there. You're going to pair him with Jalen Carter. 9 teams let him fucking walk down and come to us. Cooper DeJean, excuse me, the greatest white football player ever in the history of football. This team is too good. It's
That is
too
the most
good.
ridiculous statement you've said so far, and you've said a lot of ridiculous statements in the past 30 seconds. But continue.
We did let Darius Slay go. He may come back for a discount if the Detroit Lions don't want to pay him. But who needs him when you got Quintanamo Bay and Cooper DeJean on your both cornerback side? So it's great. It's a great time to be a Philadelphia Eagle fan. Everyone else sucks. Go Birds.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Is he done? Okay.
Yeah,
Take my noise canceling headphones off.
he makes some pretty good points though. I definitely can see Myles Garrett ending up being, an Eagle.
I mean, listen,
Is how it's gonna be.
I'll come out as the biggest hater and say that Howie is a genius among geniuses.
Yep.
He showered in champagne, not beer cans, as he walks the streets of Philadelphia.
Yeah, he needs to protect his head.
Yeah, Cooper DeJean is amazing. He is he's just he's insane. If you didn't think that kid was going to be good and translate to the NFL, you're
What a steal for them, honestly.
All because literally all because he was white. That's literally the reason why. And that's terrible.
And Saquon, I'm like, shout out to Saquon. I mean, I rooted for the Eagles in the Super Bowl because I wanted to see Saquon get his ring and get everything that man deserves and more. Like, shout out to him. I'm glad he's the highest paid running back ever. He deserved that. He truly, truly did. So, and now I'm done. That you will never hear me compliment the Eagles as much as you just did. So.
I mean, I will say that I think that's the most compliments Ray has ever given them. I will say. I will say this though, I did not root for the Eagles because no self-respecting Giants fan could ever root for the Eagles.
Do I look anything like a self-respecting Giants fan?
You know what? You're completely correct in that.
He's not a Giants fan.
You know what? I forgot. It's a Bengals fan. That's okay. The Bengals are in hell right now.
The Bengals are in hell.
What? All right. What? Franchise tagging Higgins for the second year in a row.
And still haven't paid him. And now Trey Hendrickson's going to get traded, and they're allowing him to be traded.
What about Sam Hubbard retiring?
Yeah, that was wild. And they still haven't paid Jamar.
Said, get me out of this dump. I quit football. Peace.
I mean, it's insane to me that your weakness as a team is in your defense. If it wasn't for your
and worse
and your O-line that is made of silk Swiss cheese, Joe Burrow has multiple rings at this point, if that's not the case. But somehow it gets way worse. Like, I'm sorry. If you're drafting, if you were a Bengals fan on draft night, I don't want to hear anything but defense called.
Yeah.
Anything but defense.
Agreed.
Or an O-line.
There's not even an O-line where the Bengals are drafting. Maybe you grab one in the second, but like other than that, defense.
Maybe that's what they're going to do, though. Maybe
Joe Burrow can put up 56 points a game. So
yeah, but they're going to give up 60. Like they're tagging team. I was like, wow, all right, they are going all in with this offense. It's going to be.
They tagged him with the intent to get a long-term deal done. I don't think that happens because you got to pay Jamar.
Yeah, they have to pay.
Unless you could simultaneously extend Jamar, pay T at the same time. I don't know a way out of this.
I thought Jamar would have been extended already.
Yeah, the fact that he hasn't is really fishy.
Man, it's gonna slap when Joe Burrow jettisons out of there and gets traded to the Raiders. It'll be amazing. That'll feed families.
Bring me in.
The Raiders will be too busy paying Sam Darnold.
Where he goes, I go. You'll have me in the screen. You'll have me on
Zach, don't
the
do that.
You know what? That's a great transition. Let's go over it because we got some good news out of the Raiders the last couple days.
Let's go, baby. The best player on their team, slap the extension down, make him the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. Max Crosby, you are a Raider for life. Give it up. Give it up for the man. Give it up for the man. He got the bag. Got the bag. 3-year extension, $106 million, 91 million of it guaranteed money.
Good Lord. That's a lot of
Good.
moolah.
Pay that man.
Pay that man his money.
The heart and soul of that team
Yes.
will never. They did right. They did right. Mark Davis, listen to Tom Brady. They got together. He can't leave. Max leaves. That team is. That's like trading Luka Doncic. You just don't do it.
Uh,
Yikes.
Exactly. You don't do it. Look at that team now.
the Mavs also.
The Mavs are dead.
Moment of silence for the Mavs.
Moments passed.
Months passed.
Klay Thompson is thinking of ways to get out of Texas real fast.
Yo, Klay Thompson's calling up Steph Curry, going, "Bring me home, bring me home."
So, but yeah, that's the first little domino to fall. We need a quarterback. Could
Hey,
be
you'll
Sam
get Shador
Darnold.
now.
Sorry.
You'll get Shador now.
I mean, Shador looks like he could fall to 6.
He's going to fall at the end of the first round. Everyone hated his interviews.
You know what? Whatever. If now I'm torn because I don't at 6. I guess you got to take him, right?
How much capital do the Raiders have?
Raiders still have $95 million in cap space.
Do they have the capital to trade up to the first overall?
No, because the Giants will on Monday.
I mean, it would take a little bit, but I think I saw a few mocks where it was like we traded our first, our second, and then our first next year, and then like a 3 and a 2. It's way too much.
That's way too much.
Yeah. If it was Arch Manning, I would send the next 10 years of first round picks. But yeah, I don't. Rodgers seems like he's a lock for the Giants.
Yep.
I would roll the dice on Aaron Rodgers if he wanted to come in silver and black. If that meant Devontae Adams comes back with him.
Also a Giant.
I mean, I guess, but yeah. Rodgers likes his house in New Jersey. He knows his way around MetLife Stadium. It just makes sense for him to just put on a different jersey. Okay. Sam Darnold, I don't want to pay $40 million a year for Sam Darnold.
You won't have to. No one's going to give it to him.
Well, I'll pay $25 million for Sam Darnold.
That's probably what he's worth, but you'll pay him 32, meet in the middle, and you'll be done.
I think he stays in Minnesota.
If he stays in Minnesota, they got a problem. This is because I read from, what was it, Dan Graziano or somebody else that's an insider with the Vikings, that if they sign Darnold back, J.J. McCarthy is going to demand the trade.
Las Vegas, I'll take it.
But who is J.J. McCarthy to demand a trade? You're nobody.
Listen, I agree. I think it's interesting over there.
But you got Daniel Jones floating around too.
No, Daniel Jones is going to start for the Colts.
I agree.
That's going to be the veteran for Anthony Richardson there.
That's where I have him going.
Yeah, he's going to go to the Colts.
Makes sense.
It would be a great fit. It would be how poetic. The team that he beat to secure the playoffs for the Giants and the team that the Giants beat to not get the first overall pick this year. You know, I hate the Colts, by the way.
A lot of people do. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it really depends. If Shador's there at 6, it also depends who else is there at 6. I don't know if the Raiders will pull the trigger on Genty at 6 because the draft is so deep in running backs, but
Yeah, it's a very deep running back, very deep tight end class, very deep offensive lineman class.
Yeah, I think you
so,
got if you're the Raiders, man, I think you're hoping for an O lineman, man, because especially right now, your wide receiver market has suddenly become flush with talent.
Yeah,
Chris Godwin's going to be a Raider next year. He's going to be on the opposite side of Jacoby Meyer and
I mean, if I'm Chris,
Brock Bowers. You just need a quarterback to throw them the ball and a running back that can run. So
if I'm Chris Godwin, I wouldn't mind being a Raider.
connections there.
Money's
You have Spytech and Tom Brady.
there you go. I agree.
and the money.
And the
And what-
money's there.
You
Well,
could be a true, you will be a true wide receiver one day one.
I think I don't know. I'm also build the interior D line with the 6 overall pick. There's got to be somebody good there.
Yeah,
And
the tackle from LSU, Campbell. That dude's a freak.
just I don't know. Build either line, O line or D line.
They should at
With that,
that point you should just do best player available at 6 because 6 is a weird spot to pick in this year's draft. So
it
like
worked for us at 13 last year with Brock Bowers.
that's what I mean. Like you might as well just do that.
And then what about Dart? What's is he a fugazi or is he going to be like a guy?
I saw mock drafts where
I
he
don't
was
know.
going at 3 to the Giants.
I don't know, man. I mean, he has all the talent in the world. I just
Who?
Dart.
Jackson Dart. I think he's a project. I think he's a project.
They're
With
all
a higher seat.
project. All of these guys stink. I have Jackson Dart ahead of Cam Ward. Call me crazy,
That's a
but
little crazy.
go look at tape. Go look at highlights, and guess what?
Ole Miss runs a
Throw
one
at
read
the combine.
offense, man. Ole
That's what I'm afraid of.
Miss runs a one read offense. Dan is an SEC football guy. He's watched a lot of Dart, and he's 100% right that they only run a one read offense. Cam Ward ran a pro style offense in Miami. He is absolutely the best quarterback in this class. Absolutely
It's not
worthy.
saying much.
It's not saying
class-
much. Not saying much. He's absolutely worthy of a first round grade. Probably shouldn't be the number one overall pick, but because of
Why
the
isn't Jalen Milrow graded higher?
Jalen Miller, because he can't throw. Jalen Miller cannot throw. I
If you
can see
look at
Milrow going in the
if
second.
you look at his highlights,
Milrow will go in the second, but
Milrow will go in the
he's good.
second.
Milrow. I
just based
saw I saw a scenario today where the Giants take Travis Hunter at 3 and draft Jalen Milrow in the second.
I would be okay with that
I'd be okay
because
with
they're going to sign Rodgers on Monday. But listen,
man, you are so you're 100% Rodgers is going to be a Giant.
Yep.
100%
Both
Rodgers.
of you?
100%. It's like negative 130 the odds right now. He's either going to retire or he's going to be a Giant.
This rookie class so much if you can't tell. I'm all in on Aaron Rodgers.
I'm all in on Aaron Rodgers too. So
we're pretty much transitioning. We're transitioning now to the Giants, which is fair. Me and Ray can tag team this year a little bit with Pete and Jason chiming in as chiming in. But I've already laid out my plan. Not my plan. This is what they're going to do. This is what their plan
you're
is.
going to owe me a beer for your
You're going to owe me a beer when it happens. So, because John Mara wants the Kurt Warner Eli model again. So they're going to sign Rodgers on Monday. They're going to make a trade with the Titans. They're going to give up 2 third-round picks and their second-round pick this year to go to number 1. It allows the Titans to go to number 3. They'll still get the player that they wanted at number 1. The Giants will take Cam Ward. Ward will sit behind Rodgers. There'll be no pressure to start because Rodgers still wants to play. And that's how you're going to make sure there's a good quarterback in New York, hopefully, for the next 10 years. And they're going to bring along his buddy, Devontae Adams, on Monday. If he doesn't come with him, he'll go with Jordan Love back to the Packers. They're going to dabble in the cornerback market because they need a corner. They need a corner so bad it hurts. They've had preliminary talks with the Panthers for J.C. Horn. There's already a relationship between Shane and the GM in Carolina because they made the Brian Burns trade last offseason. But man, they need secondary help like nobody's business. They needed a number two wide receiver. They need another running back to pair with Tyrone Tracy, who had a very good year last year. And then maybe you can start being competitive. They're not going to contend, but maybe start being competitive. Just bringing in Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams, all of a sudden you're competitive. But I'm telling you, you're all going to owe me beer. It's going to happen. Rodgers, Cam
Why
Ward, that's the
why are
solution.
you so convinced that Tennessee doesn't want Cam Ward?
Because he's not good enough for the number one overall pick, and the Giants are desperate enough. I'm just telling you what's going to happen. I know this team.
I mean, listen, in reality speaking, in my version, you take best player available because Tennessee is going to take Cam Ward. Cleveland takes Abdul Carter, and the Giants take Travis Hunter at 3.
I would love it. I would not be opposed.
Because I understand that we are quarterback needy, right? But you're bringing in
A
old man,
41-year-old quarterback.
right? It's like the Logan version of Wolverine at this point.
Oh
Um,
Lord. I love that. I love that, by the way.
you're welcome. But you need to take best player available. If you're Joe Shane, you the gun sights are on you. You're literally at the water's edge here. You need to take the best players available and fill the team with the best players available. Cam Ward is not worthy of a number one pick and not worth selling some of your future. It's just not worth it. So
Fuck them picks.
so exactly. Punt it back. Well, not even that. Punt it back, right? You're taking Travis Hunter at 3. There is gonna be quarterbacks in the second that you could potentially try to finagle with, right? But this year, you're kind of there's other guys you can sign, right? They re-signed Tommy DeVito today. So what does that
The reason why you guys don't have the first overall pick.
That's not true. Drew Lock.
All right, whatever.
in my version, I think you take best player available. I'm not even sold on Jalen Milroe, right? Like, if it's up to me, I'm praying to God Jackson Dart's the second. I know he's not gonna,
No, he's
but
not.
It's going in the top 10.
He's going to go in the top 15.
everybody's so hungry for a quarterback. I think Jalen Milroe sneaks into the first.
I do disagree because he literally can't throw. So they'll take him in the second because he could run really fast.
Nothing looks worse than Drew Allen. So,
Oh God. Yeah. Well, whatever.
barn with gym shorts on. But yeah, I mean, I'm so out on any of these rookie quarterbacks. That's why I'm so sold on Aaron Rodgers. Like, I'm praying to God for a resurgence. He stayed healthy enough to just get through the year. It puts butts in seats, man. Like if you guys
Does
watch,
it?
Dude, they were
yes.
the Jets and Giants were number 2 and number 3 in total attendance last year, and they were fucking pitiful sacks of shit.
But
We
look at
go
the
to
end of the
games no matter what.
but look at the end of the year. People were ready to riot and burn down the state.
They should. The stadium's a piece of
When
shit
you guys beat the Colts
by scoring 51 with Drew Lock.
That's almost as many points as the Eagles scored against the Commanders in the NFC Championship game.
Oh God.
Go Birds!
clip it, clip that right.
Listen,
Anyway,
Ray, I would love Travis Hunter at number 3, and I would love like a Dart or Milroe in the second for Daboll.
just
Travis Hunter going to play both ways.
He should. He should.
limited defense, more wide receiver. But you think of this combination, right? Imagine this: Aaron Rodgers, Travis Hunter, Malik Neighbors, Devontae Adams.
And Tyron Tracy in the backfield.
That moves the needle.
Yeah, it makes them a competitive team because they have a great front four. They still have Dexter Lawrence, Brian Burns, and Kayvon. They still have.
You're not winning the NFC East in the next 3 years. The Commanders and the Eagles are going to duke it
They're not
out.
winning the NFC East in the next 10.
to lack us forever. So I'm okay with living in mediocrity and hoping for a wild card. That combination gives me this much hope to do that.
And you know what? It would get me to not just be team red zone this year. How about that?
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that statement.
Because I'm
Right.
team red zone till fucking further notice. But because I mean, yeah, I think
That team right there gives me enough hope to bring one jersey back out from the box under my bed and
You
just
wouldn't just go out and get an Aaron Rodgers jersey?
no.
Oh my
fucking
God, you should.
I know you would.
On Monday when they sign him.
Does he wear number 8 or number 12? Well, no, I think 12 is retired by the
You have to
Giants.
wear 8. I think.
yeah,
I
he would
think
wear.
12 retired. Or is 8 retired? All right, I need to check now. Let's
I think
see.
he comes back with a completely different number.
17. That's what he's gonna
17. You stupid ass.
What was Eli's number?
Yeah, sure thing.
wear.
Oh, 11 was, that's right, Phil Sims. Oh, no, 12 is available. They could do 12. 8 and 12 are available. So whatever he wants.
Goes back to 12.
That'd be, you know what goes back to 12, reverts back to Green Bay Aaron Rodgers. Daboll brings out the last bit of football out of him, throws 40 touchdowns to Malik Neighbors.
Dable's fired by week 5 because Aaron Rodgers is like, get him out of here.
Well, I think that's why it would work with the Giants with Rodgers because
If it doesn't, they're just going to fire everyone anyway.
yeah,
So it don't matter.
well, also because that whole Jets team and the whole Jets culture was Aaron Rodgers. Like he was, their savior. He wouldn't be the Giants' savior. He just wants to stay in the show. So it's a completely different circumstance and completely different energy from him.
So Hackett's not coming.
No,
Alan Lazard's not. They're not tuning up.
My God,
Randall Cobb's not dusting the cleats off.
nope. All that shit ends. That's what I mean. I think it would be a little different because he wants to stay in the show. He doesn't want to retire yet. He just built this brand new house in New Jersey. He doesn't have to
He
move.
doesn't give a shit about it. Sell that house. He don't care. He'll crawl into a hole for 6 months and not see the light of day.
Well, if he didn't care, he wouldn't have called the Giants 4 times during the combine. That was confirmed, by the way. So I don't know.
Caller ID. Oh, A-Rod's calling. Hey, man. I know how to get to
Missed
the
out on
parking lot.
Stafford, and now they're switching their attention over to the 41-year-old who takes
Hey.
rooms.
Aaron Rodgers again. Yeah, I just want to let you know I know how to get to the bathrooms in the facility, so that won't be an issue.
He was
I
calling from the locker room. Like, hey, I moved my stuff in already. Just call me.
Takes
it's
all
Aaron
the-
Rodgers again. Yeah, me and the parking attendants were cool, so that's not a problem either.
So, with that being said, the next week's episode, when the frenzy of free agency goes through and we react to everything at the end of the next week.
Oh, I can't wait for NFL free agency because the Raiders are going to spend like the Yankees should. They're
I can see it. First year with Pete Carroll. Yeah, I could see it.
boom here. Because Pete Carroll said it. We're here to win now, baby. I ain't got many years left, so we're bam, spending the money. Boom, spending the money.
When they spend on Tyler Lockett's washed up ass.
Oh God. Speaking
Right,
of,
you want to fight right now? You know what?
I'm,
Here.
I
This is
apologize.
what's going to happen.
I apologize.
Tom Brady is going to come from the fucking owner's suite and just put a number 12 jersey on.
oh God,
I'm back.
Like Paul Crew.
Take it. I would take Tom Brady over Sam Darnold.
too bad he can't play. He's an NFL owner.
Owner and player. He can do whatever he wants. It's Tom Brady.
So in reality, on your Pete Carroll, who was your first 2 big splashes?
DK Metcalf.
Oh yeah, for a 3rd round pick.
They trade their 2026 first round pick for DK.
No.
I mean-
You're not getting a 1st round. but it would
Debo
be
went from
poetic.
mid.
Because Debo's damaged.
It would be poetic for the Raiders to flip the 3rd-round pick that they got for Devontae Adams for DK Metcalf. That would warm. It would be like a warm embrace
They could pay him too.
from the beyond. That would be number one. That would be beautiful. So yes, that and somebody on defense, spice it up. Yeah, we need secondary help. I don't know who's available.
You'll pay Josh Sweat to go on the other side of Max Crosby.
I mean,
I think the Raiders are going to be massive spenders, and I think the Giants are going to be massive spenders. They got $6 million in cap space this year. They have $126 million in cap space next year. They're going to backload all these contracts because Joe Shane is fighting for his job. So prepare for overpays everywhere.
Sending money out. Boom, fun coupons. Just
fun coupons. Exactly.
Well, I mean, I do like the sound of the JC Horn signing. That excites me.
Well, because they don't want to pay him. So the Giants could probably, that's the
Come
same.
on
They
down.
didn't want to pay Brian Burns. So
Come on down.
Yeah, come on, listen, because Deontay Banks is a bust. He's terrible. So you need a corner. The Giants are going to give DJ Reed $75 million too, by the way. Can't wait for that overpay.
Khalil Mack is coming home to the Raiders. That's
Oh my God.
Pete,
36-year-old Khalil Mack.
your optimism is a beautiful thing.
you don't think that that's a possibility?
Of course it's a possibility.
Khalil Mack?
I think Joey Bosa is a possibility.
Oh, Joey Bosa can eat my grundle.
Stop it. Good one, choice.
He can go to San Francisco and play second fiddle with his brother. Joey Bosa's a punk.
He can't stay healthy.
A punk.
But when he is, he's a talent.
A punk.
I mean,
I'll take 8 healthy games of Joey Bosa.
He's a punk.
8 important games.
I also think the Chargers are going to trade for Metcalf, and they're just going to pay him whatever.
They're going to overbid.
So if the Raiders lose out on DK Metcalf, Chris Godwin, like I said,
Yeah,
that lines up, and then we need someone edge on the other side. So maybe Cleo or Josh Sweat. That's fine. A Trey Hendrickson.
Yeah. Ooh, Trey Hendrickson, maybe. I mean, listen, Evan Ingram got cut too. Tight ends available. Christian Kirk got traded. I know.
The Raiders are the least tight end needy team in the world.
Christian Kirk got traded to the Texans for a 7th rounder.
Which is insane.
He's a piece of garbage.
Yeah, he fell off the cliff.
Christian Kirk's my favorite player there.
Where does
why I love Christian Kirk? I think everyone should know.
I think this story should be told. I think it was told like 2 years ago, but
I think it's told all the time because the Jaguars decided to overspend for Christian Kirk, who was a wide receiver 3, made him a wide receiver 1, reset the wide receiver market. The Titans couldn't pay A.J. Brown. All of a sudden, A.J. Brown's an Eagle, and I got a Super Bowl. Go Birds.
I hate the Jaguars forever.
Are you done with the self-love?
I mean, when you win the Super Bowl, you're allowed to do that.
I wouldn't know what that feels like.
Hey, listen, you know what? You know what he did do, Pete? He joined the 2 Super Bowl club. He joined the 2 Super Bowl club with us.
Yeah, mine don't got
done. Wouldn't know what that feels like.
Poor Pete. Listen, Pete, if the Raiders ever win, I'd be the biggest Raider fan ever for you.
God, if the Raiders won the Super Bowl, you have no idea.
You would spend any money, no matter what it is, to go.
I would actually pick you up and take you straight to an ER. Your body would shut down immediately.
The raid going down the Vegas Strip
would be
pretty
insane.
amazing.
That would be amazing.
My God. Just sign me up. Yeah. Tom Brady, you're listening to this, and I know you are. You're a big listener. So is Pete Carroll. It's going to take a Pete to turn the Raiders around.
We like it.
Do whatever you can to make sure Aaron Rodgers is in a Raiders jersey next year.
You can't have him.
You're asking for is insane.
You can't have him. The Giants and Rodgers
I
have
would even take Devontae back. I won't wear his jersey, but I'll let him be on the team.
Did you send it to Goodwill?
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah.
yeah, when I went through all my jerseys when I moved, ooh,
He did us so dirty.
he did he well, you never gave him a quarterback either. Besides, I mean, it was supposed to be Derek Carr, and then Derek
No,
Carr.
and then he shit talked Carr, and Carr got fucking jettisoned out of there.
Mm-hmm. Hate to see it.
Hate to see it.
Hate to see it.
Who's still the Saints quarterback?
Still the Saints quarterback.
Still the Saints quarterback.
Aren't the Saints
And
like 60 million?
Kirk Cousins is still
Yep.
in ATL.
I think Kirk Cousins stays, actually. I think they do want to keep him.
I
Just
agree.
in case. Just in case Michael Penix blows it.
Man,
Just in
what I would give for some breaking news right now.
case. You have to wait till Monday.
I mean,
It's already
I'm
on
still
the record. The Raiders are signing Alex Kappa.
Are they?
wasn't he the worst graded guard last year?
Yep.
Last year, but
Like the Triple Crown worst graded guard?
he was pretty good for Tom Brady when they won a Super Bowl in Tampa Bay. So
He was pretty
Mekhi
bad.
Becton was actually a really good guard, and he won a Super Bowl this year.
Anyway,
Go Birds!
he was pretty bad for Joe Burrow.
Oh, God. He was bad for Joe Burrow.
He almost got the man killed.
Because,
Ray, all right, where's your boy? Is Najee Harris going to be a Raider?
oh my God, Najee Harris.
If I draft
He should
Najee Harris,
retire.
Ray has like an unhealthy relationship with Najee, drafted him every year. But you know what? Every year he's been 1,000-yard rusher. It's not pretty.
Yeah, because he'll have one game with like 190 yards, and then the next game he rushes for 27.
It's not pretty, but he gets it done. He has more rushing yards. What is it? Alvin Kamara's never had 1,000-yard rushing season.
Insane stat.
Yeah, but he gets like 900
Yeah, he has
receiving
900
yards.
receiving yards. So, I mean, that's a good. I mean, the Steelers. What are the Steelers going to do? I mean, it looks like they're leaning towards bringing back Fields over Wilson, and because they have to make sure they
I
get
take
that. They have to
that-
make sure they get that 10th win, man. They got to make sure they get the 10th win. Got to make sure they have that positive record, and then just get blown out in the playoffs like they do every year. I mean, the Giants have a more recent playoff win than the frickin' Steelers do,
Crazy.
which is crazy.
What about Russell Wilson in the silver and black?
I'd like Wilson.
Carroll is not gonna coach him.
They hate each other currently. So
Didn't take that into account. My bad.
yeah.
No, they made up.
Sure.
They made up. There was because the Seahawks did some sort of Legion of Boom reunion or something, and Russie was there, and they were hugging in,
Toxic locker room.
hugging in. But I can't. What is Raider Nation? Commit to excellence. I can't.
God, yeah. That'd be
I can't do that. I can't be there for Russie. I can't do it. I'd take Shador at 6 and hope to God it works out.
Oh boy. Well, any other news that we want to talk about before we kind of wrap things up here a little bit? We got through pretty much all the things of my notes that I've written down here. Any other little tidbits, anything like that before we sign off here on this very windy as fuck Thursday night? It sounds like a fucking hurricane outside.
On a unrelated sports team, I just want to take this moment right now to say, John Cena, go fuck yourself.
John Cena, how could you do this? The heel turn of the century.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
You can't see it, Raymond.
I mean, it was such a big deal that like FanDuel and IGN.
It got picked up everywhere. Like
It was like a
People were like,
cultural event.
put this in baseball terms. And it was like if Mike Trout demanded a trade
To the
and
Dodgers.
went to go play for the Dodgers and won a World Series.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it would be. So, like, you know what, Pete? I love the inclusion. Love it.
That's right. We got to stay with it.
We talk about real fighting on Saturday.
Oh
Oh,
my God.
that's no
Don't
fun.
be.
UFC's terrible now.
John Cena would kick your ass, right?
Yes. I'm held on by duct tape and bubble gum. He would just
Listen,
if I
listen.
walk outside right now, the wind will break me.
Poaton's gonna knock Ankalev out. It's not even gonna be a thing. So
But Justin Gaethje and Rafael Fiziev are fighting, and that is going to be a banger.
yeah, that'll be cool. And Gaethje might win by fourth round head kick.
Or he's going to get knocked out with his like
Yeah,
18th concussion in a year.
yeah. Or he's gonna get knocked out and he's gonna break dance and they're gonna have to fucking pan the camera out of there because it's too violent. Well, with that being said, very excited for NFL free agency in just 4 days. Hopefully, we have all the crew back for next week's episode because by the end of next week, most of the signings will have happened because the NFL free agency goes like that. So, should be
Fast and furious.
fast and furious. We like to call it chaos every single year. The group chats go wild all the time. You
My
take
God, those all breaking news, breaking news, breaking news.
I will have a portable charger with me on Monday to sustain life.
Oh
I
my
usually
God.
am off on Mondays, but I will be working on Mondays, so I have to keep my phone at the ready.
Right now, Ari Mirov, Adam Schefter, Ian Rappaport, right now, they are working out their thumbs. They're checking their sources and they are plugging their phones in because they are tapped in, baby.
Yep, ready to roll, ready to roll. And welcome back, Mr. Gold. Loved having him back. Love the antagonist. Got to have that foil. Have to have it. Um, yeah, this was a lot of fun. We'll see you guys next week. Make sure to watch, make sure to listen, subscribe, comment, like. Ray's getting his nipples pierced at 1,000 subs.
No, he's getting a tube.
Oh, the tube. The tube.
Tube. Right. Let me see the hair.
These things
Let me
up.
see the hair. Dip in for a second. Come on. It looks even worse. Right now, Rizzo's screenshotting it. Right there. Bam. Right. Yeah, come on, man. A luxurious.
It's the light. It's the light. It's so light.
It's so light. No.
There.
Listen, we'll give him a perfect Fabio. A perfect Fabio toupee.
They're holding on for dear life, right?
Listen, Turkey's calling my name, right? I'm gonna start a GoFundMe, $3,500.
Ooh,
Go to Turkey.
that's it.
He's go. Send him to Istanbul,
That's it.
everybody. Send
I'm
him to
going to set up a
Istanbul.
GoFundMe and we are going to get you to Turkey. And you could be like all the videos I see where every guy in the airport has just these head wraps that are just bloodied. But you got to double wrap it because they'll kick you off the flight. I saw that video.
Yes.
They
Gotta
will.
double wrap that
They
bitch.
will kick you off the flight if you're bloody and you be stuck in Turkey.
Wouldn't be my first time.
Oh God. With that, on that note, with that being said, peace out, everybody. Enjoy NFL free agency.
Go Birds.
What a dickhead.